Welcome to Rise and Grind. My name is Amy Mulvane. I'm an account executive at Arista Consulting Group. I have with me today Toby Anderson, our financial planner. And the goal of our series is to help you stress less about money. Our goal here at Arista is to help lead you to financial security. And we have a great topic today I'm really excited about. First of all, welcome, Toby. Thanks for joining me once again.
Thank you so much.
Over the past 4 series, we've talked a lot about ways to find extra money in your budget, ways to save for retirement. We've talked about the importance of paying off debt, having an emergency fund, putting extra money away to retirement. We've talked about, now that I'm saving more money, what do I invest in? What investment vehicle do I pick? We've talked about all those things, but I don't want to leave out the most important thing possibly, and that's the actual financial planner. So super excited to have you here to talk about exactly what your role is. So first thing I want to clear up is just the misconception that you can't afford a financial planner, or that you don't have enough money to warrant even needing a financial planner. So what advice can you give the average Joe on how a financial planner can help them?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there are a lot of, misconceptions on what does a financial planner do? What does it cost? How do they work? I think back to when I got in this business 20 years ago. That was back in the days when stockbrokers were, picking stocks and smoking cigarettes in their right from their own office, so it was a little different time. But, financial advisors, a good financial advisor does a vast array of things. And the costs are different, but, a lot of what we do at Arista is, because of our relationships with, these companies and the school districts that we work with, consultations are free. We want people to not be afraid to pick up the phone and ask a question. No questions, too small or unimportant. Whether you don't feel like you have enough money, or or maybe you do, everybody needs a little bit of advice, and everybody needs a little help. And there's a lot of different ways we do that. We've talked about some of them, from debt management to budgeting. But I think, the cost is, especially at Arista, that's part of our mission. If our mission is to lead people to financial security, we're not going to have cost be a barrier to help people do that.
Yeah, that's a great point. That is part of our what we do here at Arista. It's a big part of what we do, and it's what we're most passionate about, is leading people to financial security. And that's a benefit that people overlook when they work with Arista, is the fact that they have full access to a financial planner for their employees. And that can be as simple as, setting a budget, or as complex as I've inherited money. So can you talk just a little bit about just some of the kind of things that you've helped employees through?
Yeah, so I've a couple of things that we've already mentioned. I've spent an hour with somebody helping a young employee that's less than 5 years into his career, figure out how to trim the budget, how to make sure the math is actually working the way it's supposed to, and there's a little bit left over at the end of every month to spend. Last week did a call with an employee who had a daughter who was receiving an inheritance from an accident, and just wanted to say, hey, we want her to be set up properly, both from taxes, investments, and what are we going to use the money for, kind of in a way just to help protect people from themselves. Left to your own courses, people can make some not wise financial decisions, and I know I've been guilty of it, even doing this for a living. So that's a couple things, and then there's the actual investment part of it. That's what people typically think. And yes, that is very important. But look, to be fair, a lot of people can pick investments. But to pick them specifically based on your risk profile, your goals, where you're headed, your stage of life, that's really that's the beauty of having somebody to sit down with and make that plan. Whether you're right at the doorstep of retirement, or whether you're 20, 30 years out. And I've said it a million times, but you got to have the plan.
Yeah, what you just said really is so important, is you need to know where you're headed. You don't want to be caught off track or caught by surprise. And if you just have a plan in place, it gives you a checklist of what you're working towards and what you need to do. So I really hope everyone will take advantage of that. They'll contact Arista. What is the best way for someone to get a hold of you, Toby?
Well, I'll give you my cell phone. That's probably the easiest way. Or just there'll be an email at the bottom of this link that went out to email me. But my direct line is 678-763-8114. And I did want to just add in one more thing. One other thing that gets overlooked a lot is what a financial advisor can do is open your eyes to certain blind spots that you may not see, right? What are some areas that could happen down the road that we can help protect you against that you may not even be aware of? Healthcare costs in retirement, long-term care issues. Do you have a will? I mean, just lots of little things that, sitting down with somebody can really make sure that you're not just overlooking something, like that could be a potential blind spot for you financially. So please reach out. Let us help.
Thank you for that great advice, Kobe. Really appreciate it. Hopefully all the employees of the companies and school districts that we work with will take advantage of that, especially in this time. So we look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to helping you guys stress less about money and help lead you to financial security. That's it for today.